And then the question is, what are good conditions for thinking? We have small group discussions. We had an extensive agenda that was prepared by an advisory committee here that worked for months. Many people in this room worked on it in terms of what were the issues, what were the possible solutions to those issues that were worth bringing to the public, what were pros and cons for each of those proposed solutions. Then we trained moderators who could speak the local language, who led small groups in discussions, and then came up with key questions which were directed at panels of competing experts. Many of the people in this room answered questions to the whole group assembled. Then, because the population is, in many cases, not literate, we created, or a team at McCary created a video version of the briefing document so that people could watch the video that you just saw. So, excuse me, you're blocking the... So, we got great samples. By Western standards, these are maybe the best samples anywhere in the world. You saw we've done about 70 of these projects, but look. We randomly selected households in Bududa, and then randomly selected within the households. That's the gold standard method for getting a random sample. We had 210 initial interviews. Only 11 people who were asked refused to take the initial survey. So of those 210, 201 came for 2 full days of discussion and answered the final survey. That is, they take a survey on first contact, then they're invited, then they take a survey at the end, and we see the differences of opinion. In Budaleja, the same thing. 232 initial interviews, again only 11 refusals. 217 completed it. This is an unheard of participation rate. We had almost perfect samples in both cases. And what did they do? They were divided into small groups of 15, and I think that's Budaleja. There wasn't space in a big hall, so there were tents where the groups of 15 would have their moderated discussions in small groups. 2 days of this, small groups, plenary session, small groups, plenary session. In each case on relocation, on land management, and on population pressure. That's the plenary session where they're all gathered together.